Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Hey, there's Neophyte. What's up, buddy? How's everybody? Just didn't see anybody on. Felt like doing a little playing. Thought maybe some people might want to hang out. Sweet. Let me know what you get there, Anthony. I'm feeling a little Christmassy. Can you guys hear the guitar okay? Mm-hmm. Ooh, McKenna 10, man, that's a good one. Anthony, you gonna get the Christmas bottle smoke wagon when it comes out? I think they started shipping. release 9/21. Assuming that's Mr. McCorkle. Mr. McCorkle, did you ever get your bottle of Christmas? Ooh. Well, if you want to come on, see if I can put the link out there. Let's see if I remember how to do all this fun stuff. Ooh. Oh my goodness. You did? Okay. Have you tried it yet? That's the real question. Damn it. Oh, there it is. I went full retard there for a minute. Alone in the bar again, aren't we all? There we go. If anybody wants to join, you're welcome. Oh, you're going to have a touch of it now? I like it, Rob. Hello there, Mr. Anthony.
What's up, sir? How are you?
Fantastic, buddy.
Me too. Put my iPad away and got on my laptop here.
Nice.
Yeah, I walked in and found this today, and I was like, holy smokes. So I picked that up.
You know, I've got the A, the B, and the C all from this year, and I've not cracked any of them yet.
I've got them cracked. That Toasted Barrel to me, though, was the one that, oh my gosh, that I had to go out and try to procure a second bottle, and I did.
I wasn't a huge fan of it. I'm not gonna lie, but well, I think I need to go back and revisit it.
You've tried it, but you haven't cracked your bottle. Is that what you're saying?
No, I cracked the Toasted.
Okay.
I haven't cracked the A, B, or C from this year, but here's the Toasted.
Oh yeah, you've got some out of it. Okay.
Yeah, but not much.
Has it been a minute since you cracked it?
It has. I need to go back and revisit it. To me, it was just I think that Nick Port was like really oaky. Hey, Rob. Has it been a minute since you cracked it? It has. I need to go back and revisit it. To me, it was just I think that Nick Port was really oaky.
Rob will figure it out in a second.
What's going on? Can you guys hear me all right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Rob? How are you, bud?
Good, Anthony. How you been, man?
Good. How's everything in my hometown?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
What's up, Rob? How are you, bud?
Good, Anthony. How you...
Yeah, I think your YouTube is still playing.
I muted it. We're good now.
Oh, you got the Christmas?
So you have cracked it.
I have.
What did you think of it?
Just a little bit. I'm not even below the shoulder yet. Let me get a little bit of it. I thought that the stout finish added a unique depth to that. The last time I had it. Now, oh man, it's pure chocolate. Honey. I'll tell you what not to do with it now that I'm drinking it. I remember I paired it. I like to drink beer with whiskey.
Oh.
But you don't drink stout with a stout finish.
Yeah, I mean, what's weird, like I can't think of pairing anything with that whiskey because it's so complete, like so complex. You add anything else and it's just like it's too much.
And it's opened up now a little bit. Definitely chocolate. And that stout finish. Now I watched a couple reviews, and they were saying they tasted beer. I don't get beer. I mean, you get that maybe that dark, deep stout, but it definitely doesn't taste like beer at all.
Yeah, I don't get the kind of that funk, that beer funk, where it kind of has that tang. I don't get that at all. It's completely sweet, dark chocolate. Like it's a sweetened dark chocolate, but it's the dark chocolate's there, and it's got a little bit of that caramel. It's just it's so good, man. It really is. I don't. When we had it, it was just one of those things where like, wow, we had never had anything like that before.
There's something there in the middle that I can't put my finger on, but I'm not quite sure what that is. But yeah, I don't know if this would be something for that occasion. I don't know that it's not an everyday for me. That's for sure.
Right, for sure.
It's strictly a special occasion, like for when I show up at your doorstep.
There you go.
You're welcome. And Anthony, if you want to try this stuff, man, text me your address. I'll send you a couple samples if you want. I have both of them.
I thought that I had sent it to you before, but I'll shoot it to you.
You did, because I was going to send
it
you some stuff before you send it to me. I'll send you a couple samples.
But yeah, I was talking to my mother, and she can't wait to get out of town.
Was she coming to your house?
You know what's funny? She's in the 20 years I've been in this house, she's literally been to it one time. She's been to Vegas many times.
Wow.
She's been in my house once. She likes to stay at the Strip and,
sure.
Fine.
Sure. Now, is she still here in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, she's at home.
Is she?
Yeah, just catty corner from the high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, up there on Large, top of the hill. Remember where Auto Shop was? So just come out the garage door there, go up the top of the hill, and hang the left.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, that's how close I was to school every day.
That was a beautiful thing. I had to freaking hitchhike to school. Either Jerry Cola picked me up. You know Jerry Cola, don't you?
I remember.
Yeah. He was like the local garbage man in town, or it was the pastor from Pine Run Church.
Oh my gosh.
And
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we lost the buses sometime in, I don't know, the mid 80s, and we had to
I was going
walk
to say,
to
last
school.
time I took a bus was 74. And that was at Shaw Avenue.
That's where I went to kindergarten.
Me too. Who didn't?
Shane, if you didn't know, Anthony and I reunited on YouTube by chance, and we're from the same town.
Grew up together. Know the same people. Now that's a story.
Pulled the trigger on a bottle of Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered the other day.
That's good.
Well, yeah, it was good. It was, again, it was secondary. So I think I paid $79 for it, which I don't think was horrible.
No, because it's 74 here.
Yeah, but by the time they added tax and the goddamn shipping, it was $118.
Jeez. Dude, shipping has gone bananas.
It's nuts.
Everyone was giving me crap when we first, when we did our driftless picks, and our shipping was high, but it wasn't terribly high. It was higher than what people were used to. And then I started checking, and I kind of averaged out the price of everywhere we were sending it. So we were able to get it down like $5. And then I went and ordered a bottle yesterday from New Jersey, and it's going to cost me $32 to have it shipped here.
Wow.
Really? I just sent stuff to Stahl for like 15, and then same thing for Adam.
Yeah.
Of course, they're relatively close to me.
Yeah.
But still.
Colorado is super expensive for me to send to. Idaho. And then actually we have a Storytime member in Hawaii That was
Really?
ridiculous too.
Dude, that's super expensive.
The shipping's. I know. I sent samples out to who the hell did I send those samples to? Oh, I sent the Mash and Journey picks to Stall in a little box this big. It was like $17
What?
to Colorado.
Did you send it UPS or
Yeah,
regular?
UPS.
I had to send it priority mail through the postal service.
Try that.
$10 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think it was that. But I forgot this C921 is 120 proof.
Yeah. Is it 120 or 120?
120.
Is it 120?
Yeah, I just looked at the bottle.
Look at it. I got a barrel pick in Morgantown, West Virginia, down at Ashbrook. It's 11-year single barrel Elijah Craig, 126 or 28 proof. His store picks are phenomenal down there, and normally reasonably priced because it's a privately owned business. I went up to the register; it was $104 out the door with tax, but still, West Virginia is, I think, 12% tax.
Damn it, they got to make their money somehow. They're not doing it in coal anymore.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm in way too deep now, so I don't even pay attention.
There's no turning back now.
I picked up a Weller today.
Did you? Which one?
Special Reserve.
Nice. Have you had OWA, Anthony?
I'm trying to think. No, I have not had the OWA.
Honestly, that is my favorite one out of the whole Weller lineup.
Honestly,
besides William LaRue Weller. I like William LaRue Weller really
I've
well.
never even seen that one on the shelf.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Oh, what? 107, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the 107 all day, dude. I'm telling you, that is.
Anthony, I'll keep my eyes open. I have, I'm actually sending one out. Well, I shouldn't say anything in case someone's watching. I get them in Ohio when I'm out and about. The only problem is my territory is about to change, so I'm not going to be over that way because I go up to Beaver, and then I'll pop over to Steubenville and Weirton, and sometimes I'll roll all the way. Sometimes
I used to work in Steubenville when I was in college.
Yeah,
I used to drive from Youngstown down.
Yeah, so I can hit all of those places and then hop on 79 or 70 and get down to Wheeling. There's a nice store down there, but again, man, and like Bardstown's still all over the shelves in West Virginia, but I'm pretty sure that's because there's nickel in it. Because up until the last 3 or 4 months, I never saw it. Never. I looked for a 4 for I can't tell you how long.
A Discovery 4?
Yeah.
Are you still looking?
Yes.
I might know where one is.
Okay.
Because I was going to say, have you tried the Disco 5 yet?
Yeah, I have the 5 and the 6, and I have the Prisoner, and then I think I have the Fusion 5 as well.
Well, see, I need Fusion 5, and I'm looking for, I need Fusion 6 and Discovery 6.
I'll be in West Virginia on Monday, and I think they were on the shelf the last time it was there. Well, I was down there 2 weeks ago. If it's still there, I'll grab you one.
The Fusion or the Disco?
The Fusion. Or do you need the 6? The 6.
I want the 6.
The Disco.
Well, either one.
Okay.
Well, remember
I'll text you when I get there because sometimes they have them jacked up.
Well, yeah, let me know. Here, if I can find it, I generally pay about $119 for the Disco.
It's going to be at least
then,
$130. I guarantee.
Well, $130 is MSRP.
Yeah.
But when you buy from retail or something, they get a better price on it. Fusion, I'm at about $55.
I think they were 70. But I'll double check. I'll text you when I
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that's the beauty of this community. We know people all over the place. And what are you looking for? What do you want?
oh yeah, no kidding.
Well, I
I said-
drove to Arlington, Virginia last Saturday. Talked to this. So I have a friend that lives down there, and he happened to text me, and he had scored some E.H. Taylor foolproof, and so his buddy went to, like, I guess multiple stores. He had a William LaRue Weller, a 2020 George T. Stagg, a Elmer T., 2 bottles of the foolproof, and a couple other things. I made a deal with this guy.
Frey Ranch, 4 grain.
I've heard good things about. Is that Colorado?
No,
That's Fallon, Nevada.
Is
Yeah,
it?
Nevada.
Okay. I think, did Stahl do something on that?
They're starting to
I think
a lot
he may
more
have
people
mentioned
trying to
it.
get their hands on it. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So-
Anyway, Anthony, I went down there, cash in hand. Like I said, talked to this guy at least twice. Got down there, he doubled the price on me. I drove 230 miles to get these bottles, and was overpaying to begin with. And when I got there, he's like, "We never talked about that price. It's this." I was going to pay $1,500 for it. He wanted 3 when I got there.
Yeah. I said, I wouldn't have driven down here for that price, period.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so I was telling Marty the other day, I said, I'm becoming a little disenchanted. The folks on YouTube have treated me great, the ones that I have relationships with. But some of my local people, I don't understand it. I'll find things for them, trade things with them, buy things off them. And then I have a couple. Yeah, I obviously here in Pennsylvania, Stagg Junior's a ghost. I was trying to get one for 8 months. I had multiple people in our little society that had 3, 4, 5 bottles, would not come off of any of them. And then when they did, they wanted $300 for them.
Yeah, flippers.
Yeah.
And
I touched one.
It's what it's
I
turned
touched
into,
For
man.
the first time, I touched one, but they wanted over $200 for the bottle. And I was just pissing around. This was Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I said to the guy, this is a $60 bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's retail.
Hey, man.
I'm like, son of a bitch.
So, dude, this was just a little impromptu stream. I was sitting there playing guitar and thought I'd jump on and see if anybody, because I didn't see anybody else on.
Yeah, where is everybody?
We're here.
That right? Well, I unsubbed to a couple of them, so I don't get notifications anymore.
The Minnesota Wild game. Yeah, I got to tell you. So this Frey Ranch is it's got good flavor to it, but it is.
Does it have a little funk?
What's that?
Does it have a little funk to it?
No,
And I don't mean in a bad
hey,
way.
Mike. No, it's not like a funk. It's just hitting hot. Like it drinks real hot forward.
Okay, so you're not getting a flavor burst at first. You're just getting hot.
No, I'm getting a ethanol burst.
Yeah.
Once that settles down, the flavor is pretty good. I mean, it's a 4 grain, so
yeah,
it's kind of hard.
So there's a store pick here for about, I'm going to say $75, $70, $75. Real good. Little story behind them, if you don't know, they actually grow their grain, harvest it, dry it, distill it, barrel it, bottle it. They don't go out for
hey,
for
lady.
So,
Hey, Aiden.
hey, Aiden.
So
Live wire whiskey.
Starlight does that as well.
I haven't seen a bottle of that.
Yeah,
I mean, I've caught it in passing. When I say seen it, it's limited here in Vegas. It's here, but I'm hearing, I don't want to say indifference to it, but more, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the people that are doing that. I think it's great if they've got kind of a self-sustaining system where they're growing everything and then, actually doing their distilling. That like the beauty of that when a company does that is they're a lot more transparent.
Yes.
Because they know, like, you can't copy what they're doing because you don't have their grain.
Exactly.
So there's no way, even if, and again, you go look at all the mash bills that are out there, and there's, out of all the top whiskeys, there's like 8 major mash bills, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And it's all 72, 73, 75, or, they all kind of, and then there's the outliers that hit here and there, but they're all really, hey, Aaron, they're all very similar, but you taste it and you're like, well, that is nothing like this other brand that is the exact same mash bill. It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
But I like that in a product. I do. I think that, like you said, that gives them some exclusivity that, you're just not going to find that flavor profile, because where that grain is grown has a lot to do with what it turns out to be. I mean, you can blend some bad things out of it, but that's what I like about Frey Ranch. And this particular store pick is pretty darn good. And I tried a Woodinville one at about, I forget what the proof was, 116 today. Oh my gosh. Did it have a beautiful, beautiful spiciness to it that lingered. The finish was long. And then, I'm talking 3-4 minutes. You're still got a spice to it. And then you're still getting some sweetness on it. It was a beautiful bottle. Adam picked one up. I hand delivered it.
I've got another one I'm going to get into here in a minute. And this is it's an Angel's Envy store pick, single barrel.
Rye or straight?
What's that?
Is it a rye or a straight regular?
It's a bourbon.
Okay.
It's from Winfield Flynn, and this is the one that I ordered that I told you that I got charged like $32 to ship.
Okay.
But after I had this, I had to buy a bottle of this. It was it is really, yes, B-Lady, I'm the one that's going to get you guys the Crown Royal. This thing. Single barrel Crown Royal, by the way. They got them at a local store here, $45. They're like
trying to get that Michter's right there, but I can't seem to reach it.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying so hard. But this thing is straight peanut brittle. Like
really?
The nose and the palate, like not kind of. Like how the rye is really maple syrupy.
Yeah.
Like if you kind of get that real.
What I get in the rye is almond and real rich caramel. Yeah, that's what I get out of the Angel's Envy rye.
So this is that rich, but like the peanut brittle. Hey, Greg.
Wow.
Donald. Unicorn Oxide this afternoon. Luckily, the wife was out shopping. Oh, I like to hear that, Greg. So, Greg, I was just talking about the Angel's Envy that we had and the fact that I bought a bottle last night of it because they still have them. I'm getting ready to get into that. Yes, it's and it's not like the off-putting part of peanut brittle. It's really I'm going to get into it and I'll describe it as I'm going through it because it is really tasty. If you guys have
when you said peanut Angel Envy's picks, brittle, I grabbed this one. This is
Flying Ace.
Yeah, it's near Lovettsville, Virginia. Just placed it open like a year ago. So I'm not sure where the distillate's from, but it is pure peanut brittle. Really? It's young, but it's cast strength at 116-ish. and I don't. It doesn't say anywhere on the bottle where they got it from or if they distilled it. It's non-age stated, but whatever it is, I'd like to see this in another 2 or 3 years in a barrel and see where it's at. It's delicious, whatever it is. And they were selling it at the distillery for, I don't know, $60, $65.
Wow. Really? What do you say? Is it 2 years or less? Under 2 years?
Oh,
Mike, plain Vanguard. Love it.
It's not that young. And if it is, they're hiding it well.
Okay.
You can definitely late mid palate to finish, get a little ethanol-y, but it whatever this is, I don't know, who knows where, if they've only been in a year, were they distilling before they opened? Highly doubtful. But and they make their own beer and stuff like that. But there is a distillery there. So that's the thing. I mean, but if this is only a freaking year old, I can't wait to see what it is in 4 or 5 years.
Right. You know, it's as I'm kind of venturing deeper and deeper into this whole distillery thing, I'm learning a lot. I think that's funny. Mike just said he noticed he wasn't a wrench as he was a wrench. But as I'm getting deeper into this, you know, there really kind of is a target. You really want to target the 4 year. That's kind of where it starts, because that's where you get out of the slap shot. You get out of the age statement requirement. Mm-hmm. So that's where a lot of whiskey brands want to start there, because they want a little mystique into what they're doing, especially ones that are blending. But as we're kind of getting into it and I'm tasting some different stuff, like there are some that when they hit and the age is irrelevant. It's like, it's whatever happens in that barrel happens in a way that everything just kicks off. It doesn't matter what age it is. And you've got to pour them out. You've got to dump them, and you've got to get them out. You've just got to get it bottled, because I think this is going to sound funky. I think every whiskey has the opportunity to be an unbelievably top shelf whiskey. You've got to catch it at the right time in the barrel. I believe that. Outside of shitty mash bills and, you know, the general, like if it tastes like crap going in there, but if you start off with an amazing white dog, I think it has every opportunity to be one of the best whiskeys you've ever drank. And I think you've just got to time it right, because I've had 4 years that were amazing. I've had 8 years that were amazing. And I've had the inverse, 4 years that were horrible. I've had 8 years that were horrible. I've had 15 years that are amazing. The bulk of them are horrible because they get too old. It gets over 12 years, at least in bourbon, because of kind of where it's at, the climate and the amount of pressure cycles that those barrels see. It seems that it gets over 12. It's much different and much more difficult for the not to get heavily oaked tannin.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The wood comes through too much. And that's when the critical time is, and you got to be testing that barrel, or tasting, right. Excuse me. Yeah. So
it's just, and I'll give you a case in point, just like the Driftless Glen, you know, we went there, we tasted 12 of those. The first 6 were all horrible. They were all just way over oaked. And it's because they were in short barrels. They were in 30-gallon barrels instead of 53-gallon barrels. And they were at that 5 to 6 year mark. And that's just too long in those short barrels. And I mean, all of them were just like, it was horrible, 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 horrible. The first 6 were just all horrible. We got 7, 8, and then the 9th one that we tasted was actually the one that ended up being the one we picked, Sexual Chocolate. But it was just, that one had the right time and it got everything out. I think all those others, because they're all the same mash bill, right? They have the potential to do that same thing, but it's all about that timing. And you've got, as a distiller, as a blender, as an owner of barrels, you've got to be actively engaged in tasting those barrels to find out when that sweet spot's starting to come in. Because it gets there, and then I think it's a real quick shot downhill after that to get over oaked. So, I mean, I'm excited for what we're getting ready to do, because we get to play in that realm a lot more. And this next phase of what we're doing is exciting. It's just really exciting. It's when the fun really starts to begin, I think. I love what we're doing now. I mean, these barrels that we've picked and have gone through, the whole experience has been amazing. Finding these like really crazy, what I would call honey barrels. It takes work. I'll tell you that. Like, you have to be diligent. You have to be willing to say no, which we've been that way. It's every time we've gone and done a tasting with a distiller, they all go, "Oh, we didn't realize you guys had these kinds of pallets." You know, they were just planning on to roll out their, here's what you get, pick one of these. You're just happy to slap a label on here and sell it to your people. And we're just like, that's just not how we're doing it. We just don't. So anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what's going on in Pennsylvania this year. I think that they sent 3 or 4 samples of each barrel pick to whoever the jerk off is, because the Pennsylvania picks this year have sucked, and they're picked by the state, by Fine Wine and Good Spirits. But the best one I got this year was the Penelope.
MGP. That's kind of a sleeper. If no one's ever tried some of their expressions,
I've heard people beat it to death, say it sucks, but this one was great. But I have a 15-year Knob Creek pick.
It's just not
all
there.
right. I'm glad, it was only $65, which isn't bad for a 15-year, but it doesn't knock your socks off,
Lady. I love mead. I absolutely love mead. If you guys haven't had a really good mead, and there are some out there, but typically the best ones I've had have been from home brewers. Oh man. Oh, that's freaking awesome.
A friend of mine made some mead, forgot about it, had an explosion in his closet.
Oh no.
Yeah, it went over. Hey, I'm not going to mention his name, but I think you'll know him, Rob.
I might.
Yes.
What streets he live on?
St. Clair, right on the corner across from the Golden Gate.
Okay.
Directly across. You can walk out his front door, across the street. He's right there.
I think the Golden Gate's closed now. It was there for years.
Yeah, but what was it? Winkies or Wimpies or something like that originally?
That was.
Yeah.
The old Golden Gate. Marasini's is gone.
Oh, that's been gone. Yeah, I think it's an IGA.
Rob, Mike wants to know what you're drinking, buddy. Oh yeah, that Flying Ace.
That's right. Even I forgot. That's what happens when you get over 50. Trust me.
Yeah.
Lady, it's not the proof that gives you those hangovers. It's all the sugar from the honey that gives you the hangover. It really dries you out. But man, oh man. Buddy of mine out in Washington State, he's a at-home brewer, and he made some mead. And I was out there this summer and stopped by to hang out with him. I hadn't seen him in a while. And he's like, "Oh, hey, this was like my second batch. I've got like 6 bottles I've been saving. I'd love for you to try it." And oh my God, it was like one of the best things I've ever had. I was like, "Dude, this is so good." He goes, "Yeah, I've tried to recreate it. I haven't been able to do it." It's like,
it's usually what happens with batches.
Yeah.
Like that.
I think I'm going to have a beer.
See, what I would like someone to do is to age a mead in a barrel and then let me have that barrel when they're done so I can finish some whiskey in it.
Hey, there you go. You're not grabbing a Schlitz or a Stroh's.
No. I think I'm a Bourbon County.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Well, the Beast is better than Stroh's.
What was the other one that was really bad back then? There's
Stonies.
Yeah, Slits, Stroh's. What was it?
Stonies.
Stonies was one. There was one that was it was a basic looking can too. It was so
Oh my
generic.
God. Do you remember? You might not, Shane, but do you remember Billy Beer?
Yeah.
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 Bill, wasn't that Bill Clinton's brother?
Close. Carter.
Carter, that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I bought so I went to go buy the 21 was it yesterday? I don't think it was. Yeah, it was. It was yesterday. So I went to yesterday or Thursday. No, it was Thursday. I went to go buy it Thursday. Anyway, I go into the store and the 21 didn't get great reviews, the BCS. So I was like, whatever. But they did have the cola one. I grabbed that one, or the cherry wood. I know it was the cola one, I think. And then right next to the 21, they had a 2019 for the same price. I'm like, yes. So
I have the 19. That's the 20. And I actually bought a freaking case of the 21, but it's over at my brother-in-law's house.
Nice.
Hopefully nice, because I haven't had any of it yet. He had one and said it was okay.
So I think
who makes that? I mean,
a lot of people are saying it needs to be. Hey, Richie Z. A lot of people say it needs to have a little age on it. Is what kind of what I've been hearing. Which I love aged beers.
It's Goose Island. So what's that? Michigan, right? Are they out of Michigan?
Okay, Goose Island. That's what I thought. But I can honestly say I probably haven't drank a beer in about 2 years.
Really?
Dude, some of those BCSs are like those are all finished in bourbon.
Yeah.
Bourbon barrels.
Yeah. So this is the 2020. Let's see where we're at. I've never had the 2020. Oh. Wow.
Oh, hello, friend.
Mm-hmm. I like that glass.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Huh.
It's like a meal.
That's why I always like Guinness.
It's
delicious
prune juice, but in a good way, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And lemon and plum and oh my,
prune juice.
It's kind of pruny.
You're not going to shit yourself on stream, are you?
I might.
We're way over 50 there, Shane. So be
careful. When you upload it, just Rob M shits himself.
That's
live.
The real whiskey shits.
Hey, you talk about a story.
Rob was shitting.
You talk about a story. This is it.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Toner, I think you're right. I think it is Chicago. It is Illinois.
Okay.
There you go, Illinois. That's it. I've had some of their other stuff that I've enjoyed, but wow, that's pretty good. I haven't had one of those in a while.
So, Bee Lady, I've contemplated getting some beehives. I live on 5 acres in a town, believe it or not, called Clover. And the reason we're called Clover is because we have a ton of clover in this area. So a really good place to have a beehive or 2 or 10. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I love real honey where you just take the bee, squeeze it into the jar, and close it up. Oh. I mean, it's hard, but you can do it.
Well, I mean, we don't kill them here. We actually milk them. It's really hard, but you got to get.
I mean, you can milk anything with nipples.
That's right. Oh yes.
I have a funny story about honey. If you want to hear it, I'll make it quick.
Yes.
So I was in Myrtle Beach a couple years ago, and my sister-in-law brought edibles with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't indulge much, but decided I'm on vacation. What the hell? So I definitely overdosed. So I'm strolling around this huge, shopping strip, attraction type place. There was this honey store, and my daughter says, "Oh, I want to take some honey home." So we're, perusing, and they have this whole line of samples, and all this honey. They're in, I don't know, maybe 12-ounce jars about this big around, and there's cups with the little wooden spoon things that you kind of dip into it. And so I'm stoned out of my brain, and I dip the same stick in like all freaking 12 of these bottles. And on like the fourth one, the girl says to me, "Are you dipping the same thing into that?" And I'm like, "No," as I go on down the line through almost all of them. So needless to say, I spent about $400 in the honey shop that day because I tainted all of their samples. So I took the samples and felt bad enough that I bought more. But anyway, I'm stupid.
Hey, it overcomes us all from time to time, no matter what.
Yeah. Well, you can't fix stupid. So I've come to terms with it. I'm old enough. You know where I went to high school. Yeah, I haven't looked close enough, B lady, but if Shane says you can milk them, then
they gotta have nipples, right? How else do you get honey?
Yeah.
Is that bee poop? Is that what honey is?
No, it's vomit.
Yeah.
Or vomit. Okay, either way.
Yep. Who's going on tonight?
Bourbon,
we got
lollipop.
HDR a little bit later.
I think Chris goes on tonight.
Yeah, I don't want to run into anybody.
I don't have any notifications, and I'm pretty sure I'm still subbed to Hot Buttery Rolls.
Saliva is what Mike prefers to call it, but he's more delicate.
Are we gonna play tonight? Yeah. What do you want? Oh, you want to play?
Greg, you're in Western Pennsylvania as well? Awesome. Did I know that? Did I forget? I'm a stoner.
I'm a stoner.
Yeah, Greg, where are you from? At 10 Eastern.
B lady, there is no doubt that I have a lot to learn before I get into beekeeping. It's not going to happen tomorrow, I can tell you that.
Right, because if it did, the next live, his face would be all swollen.
Okay.
Dude. Look, I got a good one to tell you today. You want to talk about something freaking awesome? Check this out. You guys can see that little lump.
Yeah, that is a nice one. It's what happens when you don't listen to the wife.
Right.
No, that's my expert tree trimming. I had to clear out a tree in the back, and it was about about 5-inch diameter tree. So I'm cutting it down, and it like fell on top of a fence, which was fine. I was okay with that. And then I went to kind of like release it, and I bent over, and I'm like sawing through it. When I did, that thing popped up. Oh my God, dude. I got hit in the face with a freaking 5-inch baseball bat. It hurt so damn bad. I don't think I've ever been hit that hard in my life.
Hey, they don't call this story time for nothing.
Right. Speaking of story time, I got some stuff. I ordered the leather bound tasting note.
Yes, it's coming.
And did I order? Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you, Shane.
Yeah.
The difference between the $10 subscription and the $25 subscription, as far as the swag goes, is it just the hat?
It's a hat and a t-shirt.
Okay.
So the $10 you get the coin and the Glen, and then you get a certificate. So all the nice. Good information about bees there, by the way.
Yes,
it's not
it is.
Spit or vomit. It's something else. We're going to call it vomit. Anyway, So the Authors Guild will exist forever, as far as I'm concerned. It's an indefinite existence thing. It's, again, I've limited it to, we'll only have 200 members. We'll never have more than that. And that will always have, my goal is to have at least six offerings. And I want to keep it around there because I don't want to flood people. I'm not trying to get you to buy shit every month from me.
Right. Nor do you want to sit on that shit if it's not selling as fast as you want.
Yeah, exactly. I just, every other month, a good, a good bottle or a pair of bottles, right? Which we've seemed to do. It just has, it is what it is. But so that's kind of the goal. That'll stay on forever. Storytime Distillery is, we're working on getting our commercial brand launched, which will be called the Crooners series. So it'll be Crooners Bourbon, Crooners Rye, and Crooners Whiskey from Storytime. And that'll be the stuff you'll see on the shelf. So that's coming, but it won't be until like springtime, probably, before you see any of it.
Okay. Now, will it be available to members of Storytime?
It will,
online?
But we'll probably do, like, if you call, like, if you said, hey, I don't have Crooners in my area and I would like to get a bottle. Yeah, no shit. Greg, jerk. We'll get it to you. We'll be able to do that. And again, because of what the Authors Guild is, we don't actually sell you bottles. Like that's kind of the legality of how we're able to do what we do.
Right.
We're not selling you bottles. We're buying bottles for you.
Right.
So they're your bottles. You bought them, and then we charge basically any extra money, if you will, over the cost is our handling and acquisition fee.
Sure.
And that's how we manage it, and that's how we're able to do what we do. And we'll continue to do that because that allows us to get whiskey to people that cannot get it elsewhere or otherwise. So we'll do that same thing with our Crooners line if people want it. But hopefully we're going to get it in your area. There's a lot of good numbers people need to understand. Bourbon is only 2% of all the whiskey consumed in the world in a year. It's all the market share it has of all. Is it spirit? Is it all spirits or whiskey? I think it's whiskey. Could be spirits. B lady. But China has
to answer
just
your
now
question.
To catch on. What's that?
B lady asked the question in there at what level, and it's whatever you're comfortable with. You're a member at $10 or $1,500, so it's up to you where you want to be. Now, if you go to their website, it'll tell you where you stand with what you contribute as far as your subscription.
Right. So by the way, just so you know too, those founders members, that's a one-time fee. After that, it'll just be the Authors Guild, which is that $99 a year or $10 a month. There won't be another $250 or $500 or the top tier. Once that's done, it's done.
Which is because I went in at editors, and I'm kicking myself for not just. Now I did the $25 a month thing, but again, it's up to and why I did that was just to support the effort, to be honest with you, because I'm on board with what's going on. I don't know that there's a huge difference other than a t-shirt and a hat, but I wanted to make sure that I was on board for this, because if it blows up, then maybe I'm gonna step up my game as well financially.
Fantastic. So annually, B lady, we'll do an annual release of I guess membership. So for the year, it'll be the same, like Authors Guild. This year it was the coins, which you'll get that. And then the Glen. And then if you get shirts, then what'll happen is then on your second year, then we'll up that. So it might go to a rocks glass. It depends. Like, we're going to explore different types of items. Like, I don't know if I have it up here. I can show you this one. So this one goes to our top tier. They get this along with a travel case, a Pelican case, and some Glens, and so you can see that's a.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was neat.
So, but we actually have these. Like, you can buy them on the store. Hey, buddy, my son just got back from a wrestling tournament. Say hey, they can see you.
Hello. Oh, they can see me.
Yes,
Hello, young man.
Hello.
So, well, there it is. Wah, wah, wah. How do you feel?
Beat up.
You beat up?
I feel so beat up. My whole back, my neck.
Well, that's a tough tournament, man.
Yeah, you know, nationally ranked kids there.
Yeah,
19, all the way from like 19 to number 2s in the nation. were
That's
there at
awesome.
That tournament.
well, good job.
That is ridiculous.
Well, good job.
Sounded like it was a lot of work.
Nationally ranked too.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
And yes, it is. If you're on the monthly payment plan, then you hit the 6-month mark, and then that's when the swag comes out.
Okay.
He did do well. He did actually very well. This was like a super tough tournament.
Good
He got
for him.
5th out of 59.
Good. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, B lady, just do the $10 subscription. That way, at the very least, you have access to the bottles that Storytime's putting out.
Oh, congratulations, Mike.
Yeah.
Nolan Zion, 37 pounds, 8 ounces. That's a big
Is that your
kid.
first? Is that your first one, Mike, or you got more than one? I can't remember.
I'm sorry. B lady, I'm sorry I'm confusing. I'm an engineer, and everyone always tells me when I get going to just shut up.
Congrats, Mike, to you and
It
yours.
gets so confusing. I apologize.
Ooh, I think one of these will be enough. Good Lord.
Yes, if you pay $99 for the annual plan, that'll renew every year at $99. And if you pay that up front, then your swag goes out immediately, which I can tell you what the
Aiden.
number would be. Maybe. And you were asking how many we had too. I think we're at 106. 106. So you would be 107.
So let's talk about that next bottle with Livewire that you guys did.
Oh, that's exciting. So funny thing about that, again, we only intended on doing one. That's all I ever do. But we happened in that case to get 2 they were different. They were both very good. Very, very, very good. And yes, and the limit's 200. Oh, dude, I'll trade you like 4 Glens for that flight board. Oh my God. So what was I talking about? I don't even remember now. I just got totally fucking.
You Livewire in the pick.
Oh yeah, Livewire. So sorry. Thanks, Rob. Squirrel.
In 20 minutes, I'm not going to be any help, just so you know.
Yeah. So Livewire. So it's a 5, almost 6-year MGP. One of them had a crazy finish, and the other one was crazy complex. The one that had the really good finish wasn't as complex. It was still very good. It just wasn't as complex. And then the other one just didn't have quite the long finish, but it was just like, it was really good across the palate. So we ended up getting both of them. And the beauty of that is, you're going to get 2 bottles. Well, you get the choice. You can buy one individually. We have 2 of them. You can get the one with the long finish, the one with the whatever. You buy them at $50 each or $95 for the set is how we're going to price them. And I'm telling you, they are freaking good. And the theme is twins from the movie, like Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger twins. Because technically they were distilled at the same, they're both MGP, the same time frame, the same mash bill, but they're so
Different.
So different. So I was like, oh, dude, that's perfect. Twins is the perfect tater sticker. So that's what we're going to do.
Nice.
You know, a story. I got a couple of store picks, 3 of them on a Knob Creek. So they were distilled, barreled, and bottled all within days. I mean, days. 3 of them, extremely different profiles and tastes. You know, Knob Creek is there, but they're all different. I couldn't believe it. I tried them, and I'm like, holy smokes! And I left with all 3 of them because I'm like, I can't believe that. And they go, yeah. And they call them the stolen barrels.
Okay.
And it was because someone never picked them up, I guess because of the pandemic. So a store here did and bought them all. And they're just delicious.
Wow.
Yeah. So just like you said, these 2, you know, within literally days between distilled, barreled, bottled, and they're just totally, yeah.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's there, and there's 2 things that really contribute it. Well, I mean, there's multiple, but there's 2 main ones. It's the yeast, but in this case, it's the same. So that gets taken out of the equation, right? So then you're left with the 2, and that's pressure, which a lot of people equate it to heat. It's not heat. It's heat is a contributor to pressure because it's actually pressure that's pushing it into the barrel. And then you get into the winter months and the pressure drops, the barometric pressure drops. So then the wood relaxes and expels it. So it's pressure and its heart location within the wood also changes that flavor. And that's, again, why you have to be on top of checking those barrels and waiting for them to hit the sweet spot. Because you can literally, same mash bill, same day, same run out of the still, 2 different barrels side by side. You better be checking both barrels every 3 months because one of them is going to be ready before the other one isn't.
Sure.
Guaranteed.
Shane, when you guys are ready to put distillate in the barrels, what state are you going to put them in?
Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, there's 2 things that's going to happen. The commercial product will be based out of Kentucky. We're working with a barrel broker there. So that whole crooner series I was talking about, that'll all be Kentucky based. Obviously, it won't all be Kentucky whiskey, depending on the blends and what we do.
Sure.
And then I'll be actually having barrels on site here because I have a building in the back of my property that I'm going to do private blendings. Like the Authors Guild stuff will probably come out of there. More than likely.
Are you in North Carolina or South Carolina?
I'm in South Carolina, but just on the other side. Like I'm basically a suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina. So B Lady, editor level, I do believe is $250. With that, you become a founder. That also gets you 1 year of Authors Guild as well. And if you go into join, it won't let you see the cost of each level before you join. It should. It's the first I've heard of that, B Lady.
What'd she say?
She's saying she can't see the pricing.
It should right on the click on the here, I'm there. If you click on it, well, it's not doing it. Let me see. Okay. If you click on add the cart on the editor's edition, it'll give you an option for $25 monthly with an auto renew or a one-time purchase of $250.
Yep.
So that would be the same in respective increments all the way through.
And hey, cooler running. By the way, Greg McDonald, biggest jerk in the bourbon community that guy. He sent me pictures of. I just want to punch him right in his face right now. Actually, it's my fault because I bring him over here and I let him try. I've got some pretty good stuff out there, and I'll let him try some different things, and then he goes and finds it online and buys it, and then sends me a picture of like basically unicorn bottles that everyone should have tried at some point. Or well, you know what,
Aiden, it took
Aiden?
me a little bit too. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, I did put some thought into that. I really did. We're still waiting for people to start uploading stories and stuff. I've got a couple. And I know Chris and I are going to start doing a podcast, aka YouTube live stream as well, where we're gonna try and do some short, just share some stories like dumb shit, like me smashing my face with a 5-inch tree, stuff like that,
Hey.
And then talking about whiskey while we're doing it too,
Yeah, why not? What the heck? It doesn't hurt, right?
That's right. Well, that tree hurt. I'll tell you that.
Oh, dude. I mean, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because we've all done that dumb shit.
I don't know. I'm smarter than that, but as soon as I did, it's like, yep, that was a lesson learned. Greg, I love you too, buddy. I really
Greg,
do.
I need to get my contact information to you since you're so close to me. Well, relatively close. I'm going to put it in private chat so Shane can see it. And then maybe he can text it to you.
Yeah, I'll get it over to him.
You okay with that, Shane?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Did you send me a text? Hey, no, he did send me a text. Oh my God. Aiden, come on, man. Unbelievable. All right. So that's a good question, Slapshot. You know what? I do have a promo code for you. Hang on. I'll pull it up. I can do that. So I can find the damn. There we go. So stories it's just general stories. Like, again, it's the idea is to connect the community, right? And the way you connect the community is stories, really. So it's just sharing. We'd love to hear your stories about the bottles. Like that would be amazing. Like, hey, I cracked this with a friend, or I cracked this with a brother, cousin, or whatever. And we'd love to hear those kinds of stories. And as you guys upload stories, and you can either type it, you can do an audio file, you can do a video file, whatever you want to do. Then when we go on these picks, we're going to start picking like at least 3 of the 6 picks we do in a year. We're going to open up a couple spots for people in the Authors Guild to go. And we're going to select from, like best story submitted or something like that, and then we're going to bring those people on. And then, again, we try to incorporate them into the theme of what we're doing, which is in the tater sticker or whatever is going on. Exactly, Ben Demon Hunter. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. All right, promo code coming up.
Well, shit, let me get a pen.
Yeah. Let's see which ones we got here. So we have.
Grab some here. Sorry, baby girl.
What is? I don't know who these people are. Hang on. All right, so I'm going to give you, since we're doing pregame to HBR, I'm going to give you the HBR code. The code is HBR 10. All one word. That'll give you 10% off of your Authors Guild. So again, that's HBR 10. I think that works for the editors. If it doesn't, let me know. Or, I've got a live wire whiskey too. I think it's LW10. Yeah, try it at all caps. It should work, but if it doesn't, let me know. All right, I'm going to go into this Angel's Envy because...
Did you say that was a pick, Shane?
Yeah, it's a single barrel from... Greg, can you type what that place is? Here, no, I've got it on here. I wrote it down.
Was it the rye?
No, it's a bourbon. Oh. Winfield and Flynn. Winfield Flynn. That's like a wine and spirit store. Yeah, you can try it all caps, B lady. Hey, I was going to get on an airplane. Sorry.
What else has been going on, Anthony? I know you got the my Rebel 10.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I got a good one or not, man. I'm gonna have to let it open up a little bit. It's grassy.
See, I got mine here. I actually was thinking about pouring some of that, but I think I'm going to pour a little bit more of the Elijah Craig C921 that I picked up today. It's not bad. It just needs some time to open up. That's what I was talking to Aiden about. That was pretty good. I picked up a Caribou Crossing today. It's my first Canadian. Man, that packaging is out of this world. I really liked it. And my wife is the one that saw the bottle. So she liked the bottle. I didn't see the box until today. And so when I was at the store, because I had to pick up something for Adam, I opened it up. And when I opened it up, like I said, I only ever saw the bottle. It was wrapped up in some swag.
Yeah, the old Canadian bag.
It has a caribou on it, reminiscent of Blanton's.
Yeah.
And
special coupon bottle, for you, B lady.
The bottle is, I just like the looks of the bottle. So did my wife, but I didn't know it came with this because I only ever saw it out of the box. So when I was talking to my guy at the store, he said, when they send them, 3 come in a box with all of this and 3 don't. I mean, it's hard to see.
Oh, so luck of the draw.
Well,
it's a good looking bottle.
There was one without, so it just was just there, but I just wanted the box too. And I didn't know this was like that. So when I picked it up, I'm like, boom. And I'm thinking, well, it's like Crown Royal because you get the bag. But I mean, it's 80 proof.
It's Canadian Blanton's, bro. Canadian
Blanton's. Exactly.
100%
exactly.
Canadian Blanton's.
Yep. And I turned down a Blanton's today for $90. I said,
yeah, got to. I told Anthony, if you need, have you scored a Blanton's yet?
I'm not really trying. I actually
Good
touched
Lord,
it.
brother. if you want one, I got one.
Oh, I know. You said just I can Venmo you and be taken care of. Yeah, no problem.
You don't
Or
even
we'll
have
work
to do
something
that. I'll
out.
just send it. We'll figure it out later. Maybe you can
Yeah.
grab me something down the road. You don't even have to pay
Yeah.
for it. I'll ship it and we'll figure it out later.
So real quick, I want to talk about Blanton's because it's a interesting paradox. So Blanton's it's a good pour. And B Lady, I put the promo code in the chat. It's B Lady, all capital letters. Yep. Oh yes. My birth month is February 2, Slapshot, February 6. But Blanton's at $60, the normal Blanton's is fantastic. I love it. All day, I'd buy it 60 to 70. I'm not mad.
For sure.
But when you have Blanton's straight from the barrel, you will understand why there is so much hype about Blanton's, because Blanton's straight from the barrel is like no other thing you've had. Like it slaps around B-tack. Like
How much
no
would you
joke.
pay for that, Shane?
How much would I pay for it?
Yeah.
$200 to $250 probably in that
Okay,
range.
good, because I had a shot at it and missed it at $230. Dude sent
Yep,
it from Spain.
definitely.
I think it came from Spain.
Yeah, they're only available over in Europe, unless you know somebody who goes back and forth. Otherwise, you got to pay the $230. And I'm telling you, it literally it'll smack B-tack around all the top. Like my favorite, E.H. Taylor barrel proof, fan freaking tastic, right? The rest of the E.H. Taylor line, meh. The single barrels are supposedly good. I haven't had one that blew my mind. The 18-year marriage I had, which was freaking fantastic. The Warehouse C was fantastic, but those are, unrealistic.
Yeah.
But the barrel proof is amazing. The B-tack swings at this, I think that barrel proof swings in the same level as the B-tack. And then this Blanton straight from the barrel. It's right. It's one of the best whiskeys you can get. It just consistently is amazing.
Yeah,
I've had 3 of them now, and they've all been just mind blowers.
I missed the bottle by a freaking day. And again, it was a guy. I was in Kroger in Wintersville, Ohio.
Kroger.
We got to chatting, and he I was just reading grain. He has it, Greg. He'll send it to you. But anyway, he hit me up a couple times, but the problem was I'm looking for the Master's Keep 1. He has it. It's $174. He's like, I need $250 for it, and $174 is too much for it at retail. No, I'm gonna hopefully I'm gonna catch it down the line. And that's the
You
thing.
are right, Richie.
That's the thing. I don't mind you making a little bit of money off me if you drove to get something, or it took you a little while to get it, or you had to call 9 people to get something. You want to make a couple bucks on me? I'm perfectly fine with that. But after last weekend and the society around here, pardon my language, I'm fucking sick of it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So, and I have plenty to sip on here, which is just fine. And I've in the past had severe FOMO, and now I'm kind of okay if I don't get something. If I see something that I really want, I'll go 50, 60, 70 bucks over if I really, really want it in a store. But to reach out and do all the dumb shit trying to get stuff, I'm done with it.
Exactly. I say I'm not chasing anything, but I have
really,
no problem asking you guys, hey, do you have it or whatever?
Right.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay, I'll Venmo you stuff.
And another point I have is I enjoy more doing what we're doing right now, is just talking about whiskey, talking about things, making some contacts, meeting other people. I'm perfectly happy with that.
Absolutely.
And if I don't get the Old Carter or the Stag Juniors or the George T. Stags or this or that, then I don't get it. Another thing I've learned, and it's a valuable lesson to others, is that you never know when you're going to run into a decent person that's going to help you out, or just walk into a store and boom, it's there. Not necessarily in Pennsylvania, because they're all the same. There are people that know what's on a truck and when it's coming. I'm not a guy that's going to be in line at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning waiting. I'm just not doing that because I can't. I'm too busy.
Exactly.
But, you know, I'm up at that time in the morning already working and headed out for a 300-400 mile day. So, but sorry, I'm reading Greg again here. I don't want to miss it. But anyway, my point is, you know, I have seen a couple things lately in this community on YouTube that I didn't appreciate, unfortunately. But overall, everybody, they're good people, and it's something that I enjoy and like to participate in when I can. So I appreciate all of you in chat and you guys. Shane, I wish you luck in story time.
Oh man, I appreciate that. And I'll be honest, man, it really it came from a heart for just this community and who the people are, right? And trying to keep this community growing. And you know, that's really the whole reason behind it. You know, I got frustrated with allocation. I got frustrated with, you know, all the crap that's going on and people can't get it. But yet they're all great friends. And here we are spending all this money to all these other places, you know, all these other liquor stores or distributors or marketing. I mean, all these other companies are getting money and they're taking it out of our whiskey community, which is really a solid whiskey community. And I was like, that's like, we can do this. We can make sure that we have great whiskey. We can also make sure that a portion of what we're paying for this whiskey goes back into the community. Right. And that's what that whole Long Road Home Foundation is about. It's, yeah, to me, that's just where the whole heart of it is like, I want the next generation of the whiskey community to be as amazing as this one, if not better. Like, where else can you go and we can disagree about a bottle of whiskey, but we don't disagree about each other?
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely correct.
No, I mean, everything else is so divisive in this world, but here it's not that way. We'll rib each other. We'll give each other shit. But I can tell you what, man, I've had so many guys show up at my house that I have never met before. And when they left, we were hugging like we'd known each other for 20 years. Because it's silly that it's a liquid that brings it, but that's not, it's just a heart and a passion for craftsmanship that we're drawn to, right? We want to learn, we want to understand the stories, we want to have that connection to history, we want to feel a place in all of this. And that's what, to me, that's what whiskey does for us.
Yeah, exactly. So, funny thing, whiskey bringing people together today. I'm at the liquor lineup here in Vegas, picking up a few things and picking one up for Adam that he ordered. And this guy's from Idaho, so they're in town for NFR because it's up here in Vegas for the next 2 weeks. And so we're just chatting, and next thing you know, well, what do you think about Knob Creek 9? Or what do you think about Smoke Wagon? We can't get Smoke Wagon. I said, well, if you're here and you can't get it in Idaho, you better get what you can. He says, well, I can only take so much on a plane. I said, hand deliver it. I said, hand deliver it to yourself. Or better yet, are you guys all together? Well, we're not together, but we flew out together. I says, okay, if he's not drinking, he can take 2 or 3 bottles on the plane. You can have so much in each. I said, there's a way. But he ended up leaving there with 6 or 7 bottles. And while we were there, I made sure he subscribed to Livewire Whiskey, talked to him about Whiskey Knows, not just because Marty's here, but he was looking to get into some of this. And I actually mentioned story time to him. So he was putting it into his phone. And I said, these people in this community, just what you said, we're about the community. We're about the fellowship. We're about enjoying a good drop of whiskey. We're about discussing whiskey. We're about where's it at? We're about the prices, you know, but also not that, hey, Shane's son just was at a wrestling match. Hey, you know, he really did good. It's just like we're sitting at the house or we're all sitting at the same bar. I said, but the best thing about it is we can have 3, 4, 5, whatever. And all you have to do is crawl to your bed. He laughed. He goes, that is perfect. I said, boom. I said, and never be afraid to ask a question. Or some of them, I told them about the pub style that Livewire does, that I do, that kind of like you have going on right now. I go, they'll post the link. And if you want to talk about Basil Hayden and how much you like it, fine. You know, I may raise an eyebrow and go, really? But that's okay, because there's plenty of people that like that bourbon. And I said, so if you want to review it, you want to talk about it, whatever, the floor is yours. I said, so we're basically about the whiskey, but it's the community, it's the fellowship, it's the ladies and the gentlemen that make this fun and enjoyable.
Yeah.
So I agree with your whole premise about story time. I think you guys hit the nail on the head right there.
So B Lady asked me if I do this by myself. No, most of you guys know anyway, at Big League. I came up with the idea. It was about almost this time last year, right around this time is when the idea started to come. Oh my God,
Trev, you nerd.
Well, I guess it's time to shut this down, but no.
Yeah, Trev showed up.
So it was about this time
We'll have
last
one
year,
for
and then I
Trev.
started sharing with some people, and again, it was the first thought I had was, these whiskey companies, they're going to run out of stories. I mean, they're making some shit up right now, right? They're saying, oh, this was my grandpa's uncle's, whatever. He died. We found this recipe in his boot, and it was, some horseshit bullshit, right? And it's a marketing technique, and I get it, and I can appreciate it, but I know it's bullshit. So in my mind, again, thinking about community, I'm like, what makes this stuff so good is these stories. So let's start making the stories now for the next generation.
Okay.
Oh,
What's up?
What's up, nerd?
Hi, Miss Wrench.
I love Sarah.
We wanted to come specifically to tell you to suck it.
I love it.
I didn't hear any G's in that "suck it."
No, that was full on.
He means
CK
it.
suck it.
Like, yeah, we're being serious. It's not even a joke.
No,
Like 100%.
100%.
There we go.
Oh, look at
Middle
that.
Puzzle.
Middle of puzzle making.
I was just going to, wine.
Whoa.
You're a big spender there, Trev.
Wine.
Willow's trying to break the wine.
Uh-huh.
Willow, get it together.
Here, Willow, come on. This is serious.
This is serious.
This is serious.
Awesome. Well, how many pieces is that puzzle?
5,000.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not.
It's 500.
It's 7.
We've been doing this for several days. It's not easy.
Several days.
We're not.
How much wine have you got into this?
I will focus for about 2 minutes straight, and then I go straight to the wine.
Yes,
Oh,
it
there you
helps.
go. There you
It's
go.
brain overload for me, man. She is like the time she'll get a single piece and we'll just start poking it on every single thing until she gets it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But then I can't do that. I'm like, I tried two slots and it doesn't work, and I'm like, we'll never finish this.
Yeah. Wow.
We got some good headway though. We're doing very good.
Yeah, it looks like you're making some progress. I imagine the further down that bottle you get, the better that puzzle starts becoming.
That's
Right.
right.
I mean, yeah, she's
With the
empty,
busted off
so-
ends. Yeah, it goes there.
That's right. Take the empty bottle and help you get it in there. That's right.
Just make the piece fit.
That's right.
Wow, it looks great.
Right.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now it's Elmo.
Exactly. Don't know how that happened.
Exactly.
All that matters is that we see it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
What are you guys drinking on?
I'm drinking some
That's an
Angel's
FAEO too.
Envy. It's a single barrel bourbon, and it's from Winfield. What is that? Winfield and Flynn. It's like freaking peanut brittle, man.
What?
Peanut brittle. It is
Peanut brittle?
So,
delicious.
are all Angel's Envy bottles, are they all finished in port?
No.
So it's just their like regular offering.
I think that's their standard. Yeah.
Okay. And that's just weird to me, though, is that your standard offering is a finished
Yeah.
product. You would think that would be like a special, well, this is just our finished bottle. But no, it's their standard. Throws me
And
off.
that's exactly, Trev, today I was talking to a guy from Idaho. I don't know if you heard, but he was in for NFR. They're here in Vegas. He's got tons of people here. But we were talking about Angel's Envy. And he says, where's their straight bourbon? I said, well, this is their basic bourbon right here, and it's finished in port. He's like, well, why do they do that? I said, that's just what they feel is the way to go. I said, but finished whiskeys can be very finicky. I mean, they're either good or they're not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the wine
Is there
finish.
standard bourbon age stated?
What's that?
Is there standard bourbon age stated?
No.
No, I
Well,
don't even know if they say how long it's aged in the port barrels.
I don't either.
I think it just says bourbon in port.
I'm looking.
He's going to get his glasses on. He'll tell us.
Get
But
off me
B
about
lady,
it, Anthony.
B lady, check your Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, no.
I can't even see the chat.
anyway, I really like the rye in the Angel's Envy. Really,
So
really like it.
Is the rye worth it? It's $99 or $94 here.
Buy it because
Rye.
it's between 89 and $100 here in Vegas.
But the proof is up there, isn't it? What's the proof on that, Anthony?
Oh shit.
I think it's higher than this. It's higher than 86, isn't it?
Oh, I'm going to say it's like 90 or 95.
Yeah.
I think. Don't quote me. You'll have to Google it. And I looked at it today and can't remember. But I'm just cracked the
you, Ben.
C921 today, Trev.
What do you think of it?
Right now, I think it's okay. It needs time to open. I was chatting with Aiden on the side, and it just needs to open up a bit. But I forgot it was 120, so I wasn't expecting that proof.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And so
think
when you take that sip,
I think all the batches of this year need to open. I will say that the C, I enjoyed it. It was the one that I enjoyed straight from the rip. Whereas the B, I freaking hated that bottle.
It took you a
see, I
while.
like the B.
It
Five
took
I
me-
people.
like
it
the
took
B.
me a
Really
minute
liked
to
it.
like it, but now I really like it. The C I liked from the get-go, and I feel like it's only
Wow,
going to get
glasses
better
already.
to me.
I agree with you. And I just picked up a backup for my toasted barrel. So I'm very happy that I got that so I can go ahead and burn through the other toasted barrel. And then at a later date, when I feel that need to go back to it, I got a bottle to go back to. But so far, at 60, what I pay for here, $69 here in Vegas. I think it was a fair price, and I'm not disappointed because I like the higher proof. It doesn't have to be under 20, but anything above 100, that's my sweet spot. But I've been very pleased with the Elijah Craig. Pretty much all the expressions I got from
Wow.
small batch up. So I really like it.
Great. Now I got 2 glasses of bourbon and a beer. Cheers, everybody.
What's the what was that thing you do? The challenge. You do a whiskey, a beer, and what else? Am I just making this up?
You probably
Yeah,
not.
but you got
I'm
my
old.
attention.
It's
I
like the
don't know.
one. It's the 1-1-1. It's like one beer, one whiskey, one.
One bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
Yeah.
That's George
That's what I'm
Thorogood.
thinking of. Get you a scotch.
Dude, I had an amazing scotch from Greg McDonald.
So those 2 words don't belong in a sentence.
No,
Why did I
I'm
know?
not doing that.
Why did I know
No,
you pulled down the
You were
Lefroy?
outside.
no.
Come on.
I have a Glenfiddich 12.
I do too.
Dalmore up there.
Glenfiddich
So
12.
I've been trying so hard not to go down the rabbit hole with Scotch
Oh,
or
That's an
Irish
expensive
or
rabbit
any
hole.
of it.
oh, I picked
so's
up. You just
bourbon now.
reminded me. I just picked up the Writer's Tears
Chug.
limited release.
What the
I
heck
didn't open it yet.
Oh wow,
Early times?
that's an
It actually says
old-
bourbon on it though.
Yeah.
When is that from?
It's old-ish. It's probably, I don't know, 7, 8 years. I don't know. I haven't researched it yet.
It looks old.
And look, I first thought it was a Knob Creek because of the bottle.
They're very similar. I'll never open it. It's just gonna sit there. It was $13.99.
I'll never
I'm
open
a
it.
big spender.
That's right.
Hey, big spender.
Dark, but it's not.
So, Trev,
Yeah.
have you tried the Uncle Nestor's yet?
I'll be right back. Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest,
I was
Nestor's
going to
Nearest.
say I ain't never heard of Uncle Nestor.
I was close. Nearest.
Uncle Nearest. The only time I've
Yeah,
tried
that one.
was some rep. You know, I was at some maybe New Orleans Bourbon Fest or something like that where you just walk around and
Mhm.
they have a booth set up and they're like, you know, give you their spiel and then they let you try everything. That's
Mhm.
the only time I've had it. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't freaking remember a whole lot about that night.
Well,
So,
they probably said you had a good time.
yeah, they were just like, here you go, try this. And I'm like, I've already
So-
drank about 15 other ones and I can't really grade your stuff,
Well,
but I'm going to drink it.
I tell you what, I got to talk to their master blender.
I'll
And
tell you what I thought about it.
about halfway through,
Do they make their own stuff?
yes.
And
And
where are
it's-
they at? Are
well,
they in Kentucky?
they're-
Or are they in Tennessee?
No, Tennessee.
That's what I was
They do the
thinking.
Lincoln County process.
It's up there.
So right now they are sourcing some, but they're not disclosing where they're getting it. But they are making their own
Yeah,
stuff. But they are buying some out right now until their stuff
it's
comes of
Tennessee
age and
whiskey.
starting. And anyway, talk to the master blender. She's got Master Blender of the Year title for this year. She is the great granddaughter of Uncle Nearest. And
Okay.
he and
If
Jack
I remember
Daniels
correctly, first
were he and Jack Daniels actually
oh, no.
started not Uncle Nearest, but started the bourbon business. But Uncle Nearest was the one that started the Lincoln County process, and they have the documentation to prove that it came from basically him.
Wasn't their whole spiel or story that it was like Uncle Nearest who trained or taught Jack Daniels himself?
Yes. And there's actually photos at that time of both of them. And as you know, that was a strictly taboo. I mean, I had a good conversation with her when she was doing signings. I had her sign a bottle, and I picked one up. And she's a really nice lady. And it was really informative because I was reading up on it, and I asked her specifically, did he or was he instrumental in bringing that Lincoln County process to Tennessee? And she said, absolutely, and we can prove it.
And that
You know,
that maple filter is definitely in this bottle.
Yes.
And it is Dickel-esque when you open it.
But it doesn't have that minerality.
It doesn't. And when you get it down this far, it's much more caramel, the brown sugar, the
Yes.
vanilla.
So it might be something that you have to pick up a bottle.
It's
Have a
definitely
couple, let it open up, Trev,
a little
and then
Dickel on the nose, though. Let me get it
Yeah.
off of there.
We have I don't know how many bottles. We have 3 bottles, 3 different bottles of Uncle Nearest at the store. Do they have like a rye They have a rye.
No rye. They have basically a straight bourbon and the one Rob's got.
Yeah, and there's a white label of this. I don't remember the year on it.
It's correct,
We
and
have
it's a lower
white
proof.
label. I could have sworn, man.
And there is another one, but it's only available in the distillery. It's only available in the distillery. But anyway, you may have something because you're closer to that side of the world, Trev.
Yeah, and if
You know,
you don't
where they
want,
Yeah,
it's got that Tennessee whiskey
Yeah.
profile for sure on that leaning towards that Dickel side for sure. But this bottle I can almost compare this bottle to Bardstown 5.
Oh no,
Okay.
I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot Colvin if it tasted like Discovery 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it does have that little bit of profile that, actually,
yeah, we have that.
Disco 5 has probably more of a Dickel profile than this does.
Oh, Disco
It's
5
all
tastes
freaking
nothing
Dickel.
but Dickel to me.
Yeah.
But this one
I'll
does
send you some
have.
samples, Rob.
What'd you say?
I'll send you more samples of it.
Of which?
Disco 5.
Oh, I have it. It's sitting up there. I bought that Prisoner. You want to talk about straight up Dickel with a shot of freaking red wine in it? Good Lord.
I'm glad I didn't pick it up then.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of Dickel, but I'm growing to appreciate it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, it has its place, and if you like that profile, then fine.
Because I remember I was stuck in Richmond, Virginia for weeks for work, and early on in my bourbon journey, and I bought the special select Dickel, whatever it is, like the $50-$60 bottle, whatever it is. It's sitting down there somewhere behind these boxes that need to go out. And I still can't drink that bottle. I try to go back to it. I just can't do it. However, I hear, and I think that's 80, 90-ish, somewhere around in there. I hear that the higher proof Dickels are better. I don't know, but
In fact, I think it goes with that piece.
Marty would know. He's the authority on Dickel.
I think I try to like that Prisoner better because out the door it was $150.
Yeah,
it is definitely
that's the hard part I have with most of the Bardstown stuff. Is it's just so high priced.
Yeah. And
You know,
I was talking about FOMO earlier, and Marty was here earlier. Marty has helped me so much with just, try it before you buy it type of thing. Because I was a guy that was running out and just buying I'm watching a video. This guy says it's good. And in fact, Trev had a excellent video. Was that yesterday? About being a normal guy. I'm not buying all this shit. I'm not watching 20 videos a day, and he's not being influenced about what other people were saying. And I really appreciated that because I was watching these videos saying, oh, this guy said it was good. That guy said it was good. This guy. And then I get it home and I'm like, I paid $120 for it. And yeah, it was good, but it's still sitting right there,
Yeah. Well, hey guys, HBR started up. So if you haven't, go over there, check it out. I put the link in. It's at the bottom too. Make sure you go over there and hit that like and subscribe for them and thumbs them up and all that good fun shit. HBR is kind of one of the originals that got me going into all this. So
thanks for having me, man.
Oh, thanks for coming, guys. Trev,
Sarah, so great
I'm
to see
blown
you.
away that you're on camera.
Look at this beauty.
I was just going to say, so you can push him out of the picture.
Right. Nerd.
Shut up.
James,
Good night, guys.
always great seeing you.
Always great seeing you
Cheers.
guys. Thanks for joining me for a little bullshit session.
Oh, it's always a good time when it's story time.
That's right. Cheers. We're out.
Cheers.
See you, my friend.
See ya.